We are the Republican Party of Pinellas County. And Joe, what that means is we're a family. We really are. Brian knows it, he's the legal counselor, he can tell you everything about that stuff. But I'll tell you, it's important as we go into this election year that we understand what's at stake. And as the chairman said, that we keep our eye on the ball. We're going to have primaries in almost all these races, and I think that's a great thing. It makes us all better candidates when that happens. But remember that at the end of the day, our mission is to win elections in November. No matter what happens in August, whether it's the U.S. Senate race or the governor's race or whatever, attorney general, it doesn't matter. What does matter is that we stick together. We have to be united. You ever heard the expression, united we stand, divided we fall? It's true. It's true. Abraham Lincoln understood it pretty well. Well, I wanted to talk to the family about a few issues that I think are very, very important as we go into this election year. I want to thank the members of the Florida legislature that are here first. Senators and members, would you please stand and be recognized? I know Senator Jones is here, Representative Frisch is here, Representative Nair is here. Thank you, gentlemen. We just had a great session to produce jobs. Congressman Bill Marakis knew this when he served in the U.S. House, that it's really all about the economy. Rick Baker was focused on it when he was our mayor for 8 great years. It's important to understand what people really care about every day. And what I hear everywhere I go in the state of Florida, no matter where I am, whether it's Tallahassee, David, or it's down in Miami, or it's in Clearwater, or St. Peter, Tampa, it's jobs, jobs, jobs. That's what people care about. Because it's issue one, because everybody has to eat. Everybody deserves a chance. And we had this session last week where the House and the Senate came together to produce more jobs for our state. It's important to expand our transportation opportunities. I'm so grateful to these members of the Pinellas delegation for what they did. They stood strong. They made sure that we stood up for what's right for you. I mean, if you all have been on I-4 lately, you understand how important it is to try to get a train running. So thank them. Yeah, well, choo-choo Charlie, I haven't heard that one before. But thank these members, please, because they stood strong and they did what was right, and they're focused on jobs, and they're focused on cutting taxes too. I heard your message, and I appreciate you coming up to me today and telling me about it. It's important that you understand what we've done with the budget. These great members have given me a wonderful opportunity over the past 3 years as your governor. And before I go any further, let me say this. Thank you. Pinellas County has never had a governor. Never. Because of you, we were able to get one. And I'll never be able to thank you enough for all the help, all the, passing out stickers and knocking on doors and phone calls that you make and contributions that you gave. It wouldn't have happened without you. This is home base. And I can't thank you for everything that you have done enough. On behalf of my entire family. Growing up in St. Petersburg, I went to Bay Vista Elementary School. I went to Bay Point Junior High, they called it then Riviera, and then St. Petersburg High School. And I'm so proud of this community and what our mayor has done for my hometown and what Pinellas County has always stood for. We have always been a Republican stronghold. And I have been never more convinced of the strength of our party than looking around this room tonight. Look at this. This is phenomenal. We are 11 days from Christmas and we have this kind of a turnout. What does that tell you about the state of the Republican Party today? It is strong, and we are ready. I want to talk about just a few things that we've done, the record, what we've been able to do together, the good members of the Florida House and the Florida Senate, and all of you by getting us there. Education, let me talk about that first. I'm a proud product of Florida's school system and our state university system. So is Senator Jones. It's important that we stay focused on education, especially in this economy, my friends, because education is the way out. The better educated our children are, the better opportunity they have for the future. That's why we've got to continue to have accountability, take a measure of what happens in the classroom, make sure that those teachers work hard. It began under my predecessor, Governor Bush, where we had, schools that we graded for the first time. I went and visited an A school today in Tarpon Springs. What a pleasure to go there. Tarpon Springs Fundamental Elementary. A great school with great teachers and a great principal. by making sure we stay focused on education, our future is bright. When I got elected governor, when I came in 3 years ago, according to Education Weekly, a well-respected national publication, yes, it said that out of the 50 states, Florida was ranked 31st. 31st in K through 12 education. Last year, my friends, we went from 31st to 14, and this year, the top 10 in America. Top 10 in the country. These aren't my statistics. They're not from our Department of Education. They're from objective observers that gave us this ranking. It's because we do have great teachers. And we do pay good teachers more. And we do grade our schools. And we do have accountability. It's what you deserve and your children and your grandchildren deserve. You know why? Because they don't get a second chance to go to elementary school, or to middle school, or to high school. When they're done, they're done. Or St. Pete College. Whenever they go through our school system, it means we have a duty to them. Just like when I took the oath as your governor, I have a duty each and every day to do everything I can to help you. I cannot afford to try to make political points. I've got to lead, just like Senator Jones does. And sometimes I may make decisions that may seem unpopular, even in our party, but I've got a duty to do what I think is right for you every day, regardless. I've got to put people above politics, and I'll do it every day. I'll do it every day. I know some of you didn't like the stimulus. Listen, when it passed, we knew the money was going to go somewhere. I wanted to make sure that Florida got her fair share. You know, I used to work for Connie Mack, a great United States Senator, and he told us, he said, look, I want to cut taxes, I want to reduce spending, but if the federal government's going to spend money, guys, we got to make sure Florida gets her fair share. That is our duty and obligation. Fight for our people. And I make no apology for it. We would have lost 20,000 teachers if we hadn't gotten our fair share. And you know how many students 20,000 teachers teach? At least 30 apiece. That's an awful lot of children that would have been without what we talked about just before. A great educational opportunity. And let me talk about education a little bit more. We believe in freedom in Florida. Obviously, we have public education. We have private education, John. We have homeschooling, and we have charter schools. Florida believes in educational freedom, that parents, the family, should have the opportunity to determine the kind of education your child gets, not some bureaucrat somewhere. Same holds true with health care. You see what's going on in the national scene? What the Democrats are trying to do in Washington and ram down our throats? It's wrong. It is wrong. We've got to make sure that we elect people who will go to Washington and understand we want a little Florida common sense up there. That's the Florida way. That's what we've done here in the Sunshine State. When it came to health care and we want to try to get the uninsured to have coverage and to have insurance, did we have government mandates with it? No. Did we raise taxes to do it? No. We did it a common sense way. We negotiated with who? The private sector. The private sector, free enterprise. I want you to know I'm a capitalist, and I am proud of it. And I believe in free enterprise and entrepreneurship. I'm not the biggest fan of insurance companies, but the health insurance companies did help us on this one with our Cover Florida plan, Deborah, and you know what I'm talking about. Now they have the opportunity to get a plan that they can afford. Used to be over $500 a month, now they can get it for about $150. And as I said, no government mandate and no increased taxes. My friends, I think Washington can learn a lot about the right way to do things from Florida. Let me talk about public safety. I don't know if the sheriff's here tonight, but we have a great sheriff, we really do. Sheriff Coates is wonderful. About 2 months ago, I had the privilege to go to Orlando, Florida, after FDLE, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, John, had given us the new statistics on what crime was doing in Florida. In the first 6 months of this year, crime is down 8%, and it's down even more in violent crime, in this economy. Now, I know you don't hear about this good stuff that's going on that much, but that's what a campaign is for. As I say to my friends all the time, it is an educational opportunity. Now, when you hear people out there talking on the campaign trail about what they're going to do, look at what they've already done. Let's make sure that the words meet the facts, because, my friends, facts are stubborn things. I don't believe in raising taxes.